I'm excited to get back in the ring, man. On a Sunday, April 9th, my favorite day of the week.
There you go. It's that card. How excited are you to be back in the ring, Fox Sports?
I'm pumped, man. I've been in the gym consistent since mid-October, and ready to get back in there. You know, it's a new chapter in my life, and I'm excited for the future.
How excited are you to get back right away? I think last time you fought in December, right? It was December?
Yeah, I fought a few months ago in December. Had a good showing at a 6-round fight, but now I'm back in there in a 10-rounder main event, and get to display my skill in front of LA, man, my hometown crowd.
Seeing you work in the midst with Robert, man, how's the whole experience here been with RGBA and Robert?
Oh man, it's been great, man. It's a family atmosphere right here. They welcomed me right in, and you know, I'm learning a lot, and feel better than ever.
And you're not that far from here, right? Home?
No, it's basically my hometown. I live down the hill. I live, you know, 20-minute drive from the gym. Short drive.
So you're at 147, probably the deepest division in boxing, at least the division that's getting a lot of attention. Do you want to get back in the mix right away, or do you need to build up again? How do you feel where you're at right now?
No, we projected getting a couple good fights, and before we get out there with the big names, and you know, we'll see how we look on April 9th, and we've been working hard, but I feel like you know, depending on how we look, we can get a big name right after that.
I know every time I ask this question, you always don't give me the answer I want, but is there a name that Josesito will want at 147 if they were to offer you a fight? Anybody keeping your eye on?
No, I'm keeping an eye on everyone. I think every name out there is a possibility, realistically. Mm-hmm. You know, I'm depending on how I look and assessing my next fight, we'll take it from there. You know, the difference is we're gonna, you know, time it right and measure right. When we feel we're ready for the big names, we'll get out there and give some of the best fights.
Two big names in your division that just fought, Keith Thurman, Danny Garcia. I believe you saw the fight. What did you think of it?
Yeah, they gave a good fight, man. Good showing. A lot of people saw it. I think it was a pretty even fight. I think Thurman won, but Danny Garcia was right in there, man. You know, gave him a run for his money in the later rounds. And it was an exciting fight, man. I'm glad to see them, you know, have a big fight like that in front of a big crowd.
Would you want to fight Danny Garcia? I think you mentioned before. I don't know if it was you or somebody else who told me they might want to fight him. Is that a fight that?
Yeah, I think that's a good, exciting fight, man. I think a lot of people have matched our styles, and I think it would be a good matchup. You know, first things first. I got to take care of business on April 9th and look good doing it. After that, you know, I think there's a lot of possibilities with a lot of different fighters in the welterweight division.
I've asked everybody around here. Triple G Jacobs just happened. Did you get to watch it? And if you did, what was Josesito's assessment of the fight? What did you think?
Yeah, I got to watch it. It was a good fight, man. You know, Jacobs boxed nice, was on his feet, was pretty sharp in the first few rounds. You know, and I think it was a really close fight. You know, I think Triple G might have got it by a round, but you know, you could have given it to Jacobs by a round. You know, I think that knockdown might have been the difference in the fight, and I think that's a great fight. I wouldn't mind a rematch. There were good fighters and good sportsmen like fighters, man. It was great to see two world-class athletes that are gentlemen in the ring, man. And it was nice to see a good fight like that.
Were you surprised at how competitive the fight was? A lot of people before thought that Triple G was going to be super, you know, dominant, and ended up being a close. Were you surprised, or could you expected that?
You know, a little surprised because of Triple G's power more than anything. Yeah. But you know, Jacob's skill didn't surprise me. I know Jacobs is a great fighter. He's a Golden Glove fighter. He's a great athlete. Man, he beat cancer, man. After beating cancer,
everything else was the secondary.
No fear. You know, he went in there confident. I think they were both a little cautious of each other because they knew how good each other was. So other than that, I mean, they both fought smart. Jacobs fought a really good fight, and you know, if anything, man, I'm proud of Jacobs, man. He did a really good job, and Triple G got the win.
Can you relate to Jacobs? Because a lot of people thought he was going to get destroyed. And I remember when you fought Victor Ortiz, all everybody kept talking about Victor Ortiz can punch, Victor Ortiz can punch, Victor Ortiz can punch. What was your mentality going into that fight when you were hearing all these people say this is going to happen, and you're the only one, you and your team, the only ones that think the opposite?
You know what? Coming into a big fight like that, you can either win or lose mentally before you even step foot in the ring. I think Jacobs had the right mindset. He wasn't going to lose, and he had no fear. He had no fear, and it showed. You know, he did get hit in the 4th round, went down. He recovered pretty good and fought smartly, man. And
is that how you feel too?
In the later rounds, he started letting his hands go and look good, man. I think you know, going into a fight with a dangerous fighter, you are a little cautious, sometimes a little too cautious. But once you get those few punches in, and you know you can take it, man. You know, you start letting your hands go and do your own part. You know, that's pretty similar to how my fight was. It was my first fight moving up to the welterweight division, the big boys.
And you got bumped to main event too. I remember that.
Yeah. You know, I was fighting at 140 and moved up to 147, and you know, those guys can punch and they still hold their speed. So you know, it was a dangerous move, man. But you know, now I'm a 147. Now I'm one of those guys. So I'm excited.
And last thought, what do you want to tell the fans, man? What can they expect April 9th?
Oh, stay tuned. You know what? I'm going to be fighting April 9th in downtown LA. Make sure you get some tickets. I'm sure it's going to be a sold-out crowd. Watch me on Fox Sports 1, Fox Deportes. I'm excited for the future, and first things first, I got a tough fight in front of me on April 9th, and you know, I'm excited for that night.
Excited for the rest of the year too.
There we go.
All right, thank you, Josesito. Always appreciate you, man.